morning, everyone. This is Elaine from Anabellas. Welcome back to FLOSSTUBE number 66. Happy Friday. I'm very glad that you're here. If you're a new viewer, welcome to my channel. I hope that you will subscribe to this channel and also ring the notification bell. This way you'll get notifications whenever I have a new video or some news to share. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I'm very, very glad that you choose to spend a little bit of time with me every Friday morning and sometimes on Tuesdays. So I'm glad that you're here. We are trying to reach the next milestone of 10,000 subscribers. And as I mentioned before, and this is new, maybe news for new viewers, as I mentioned before, when we hit that 10,000 subscriber mark, Terry and I are giving away 2 registrations for one of our retreats, including airfare. So please spread the word. We would love to have you join us at one of the retreats. And I'm going to talk a little bit about those as well in the next few minutes. So let me share with you, if you're new, what my philosophy is, because I think that's important, you know. So I've been cross-stitching and paper crafting and quilting for many, many years. And what I've learned along the way is that it's okay to be perfectly imperfect. And although I didn't coin that hashtag, you can feel free to use that on any of your work. Perfectly imperfect just means that if you make a mistake in cross-stitching or in paper crafting or in quilting, it's okay. You know, you're doing what you do because you love the art and you love the craft. So be gentle with yourself. Don't strive for perfection. Just strive to enjoy the time that you spend creating something that you can then proudly display in your home or give away as a gift. I know I'm not perfect and I make mistakes on almost everything that I work on, and I'm okay with that. It's perfectly fine. So just wanted to share that with you so that you know a little bit about me and what I try to keep in the back of my mind as I'm creating. So last week was kind of fun. Let me grab a sip of coffee real quick. Last week was fun. I went to Chicago, flew into Chicago and met my sister. And we spent a night in the city and went out for breakfast in the morning on Saturday. And on Friday. And we walked all along, not all along, but we walked along Lake Michigan, and it was just a beautiful day. Very cold. It was very, very cold. For me, it was in the 50s. That's very, very cold. But we walked along the lake. And then we drove to Bloomington, Illinois, which is about 2.5 hours from Chicago, where my beautiful Aunt Barbara lives. And she is going to be 90 in January. And let me tell you, I can only strive to be as agile and spry and alert as she is. She is simply amazing. So we had a wonderful, wonderful visit with her. Jeannette and I took a drive to all of our old favorite places. We went by the old farmhouse that her and my uncle raised their family in, my cousins. We have so many happy memories there. So we drove by the farmhouse, and then we went by the cemetery and, you know, paid our respects to some loved ones. And we ate out a couple times, delicious. Our cousin Kelly joined us as well, so that was kind of fun. And then what else did we do? Just enjoyed each other's company and caught up. My aunt really has been kind of isolated, like most older adults, for the past couple years with COVID. So I think she said it was the highlight of the past 2 years to finally be able to have visitors and, you know, get to enjoy us. So it was wonderful. So I had a great time. It was hard to leave, I have to say. So I also did a lot of stitching, both while I was there on the plane, and spent most of my week doing that. I don't have any whips to show you today because I've been working on model stitching. So let me do this. I'm going to ask you all if you are a model stitcher, or if you would like to be a model stitcher and you stitch beautifully. I need fast model stitchers, meaning I need model stitchers that can probably turn out small projects within a week, and some larger projects, you know, within 2 weeks. So what I want you to do is, if you are in, and I know I've done a call out before, but it was a couple years ago. So although you might already be a model stitcher for me, I'm going to do a call out again, because I do need fast stitchers, and I need you to send an email to me at info@anabellas.net, and be sure to put in the subject line fast model stitcher. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to respond. So you have to put in the subject line, Fast Model Stitcher, and I will reply to you. At first, you'll get just an information sheet that will tell you, how it works. And then if you're interested, you'll reply to that and we can move forward. So we're busy, my daughter and I, designing, and I don't have the time to stitch all my models. And my daughter doesn't stitch, so help. I need help. So raise your hand, please. Okay, ready for some great news? I didn't share this with you that I was going to have this great news, but I have some phenomenal news to share. All right, so you know that our All Things Autumn retreat is coming up in November of 2022, and that is in Asheville, North Carolina. And you know that Priscilla and Chelsea from Stitching with the Housewives are going to be our guest designers, and we're thrilled. And that retreat did sell out. We have only had one cancellation, so if you are on the wait list, at some point today I will be going to the top of the wait list and sending you an invoice, so keep your eye out for that. The next retreat that we're having is All Things Winter, and that is in Palm Beach on January 6th through 8th. We're not going to be able to do Denver as we had hoped, and I warned you about that. And it's simply because there's just not enough time for the designers, to do what they need to do with Expo being at the end of that month. It was just bad timing on my part. Lesson learned. I'm perfectly imperfect. So we'll do that next year. But the All Things Winter Retreat would be the next one on our list, and that is actually going to be in Palm Beach, January 6th through 8th of 2023, so save the date, and I am just firming up the designer for that retreat. Then the following retreat is All Things Spring, and that is being held in Lansing, Michigan. And the dates for that retreat are April 21st through April 23rd. And I am so thrilled to tell you that Barbara Johns and I, Barbara is Stitching with Grammy, that's her YouTube handle, but Barbara Johns and I have been speaking with our designer, and she has confirmed, and we are thrilled to tell you that it will be Teresa Kogut. So Teresa Kogut will be our guest designer in Lansing, Michigan in April, and registration is just in a little over 2 months from now. Registration will open on July 1st. So we cannot even begin to thank Teresa enough. She has got some special things in the work. It is going to be an incredible, incredible weekend. So save the date. This last retreat sold out in 2 minutes, and I expect this next retreat to sell out equally fast. We are going to accept 175 guests at this next retreat. So I will share more information as we move forward. But Teresa is wonderful, and if you're new to the channel, I just want to show you a few of Teresa's pieces or most recent releases so that you can become familiar with her and maybe grab one of her charts and get to know her a little bit. These are her Nashville releases. This is Love Lives Here. So she includes in this 9 designs, and all of it is in a booklet. So you get 9 different designs in the booklet. And it's just wonderful. So this is Love Lives Here, and this is available in our Etsy shop. The next booklet that she released is called Gather, and Gather is also available. It is a trio of charts, so you'll get all 3 charts as shown here. Isn't that beautiful? The next is Thoughts and Dreams. There is 3 dreamy charts in this particular booklet, and this is Thoughts and Dreams. And I showed you that one. Let me see if there's any others that I can show you. Here they are. So these 3 charts are included in this booklet. And then last but not least, Let Love Reign. This was also released at Nashville Market. This is absolutely stunning. These colors are gorgeous. And these are 2 additional charts that are included. So you can feel free to get familiar with Teresa's work. We are just so tickled that we're going to have her be our guest designer. She also has charts that come in smaller formats. I just got this into the shop. This is her past Newcastle Biscornu. She does have a couple of other Biscornus out, so you can, you know, look for those. But this one is, this just caught my eye. I think it is so pretty. And then Teresa also has a fabric line. We have a few left. For the Love of Nature is one of her fabric, one of her collections. This particular collection, these are 10 by 10 inch squares. We call them a layer cake, but that is the fabric. And this does coordinate with her For the Love of Nature cross stitch chart. And then we also have a jelly roll, which are 2.5 inch fabric strips. So if you love Teresa's fabric line, just wanted to point that out, that we still have that. And of course, always we'll have more to come as things are released. So that's fun. So how exciting, right? I hope you guys are excited as we are. All right, let's move on to the shop. Let me just give you a little bit of news. Anabella's Attic is 25% off. So if you go to the Etsy shop, you can look at the top of the menu bar and you'll see Anabella's Attic. That's more for clearance purposes because we're making room for new inventory. So Anabella's Attic, I do try to add things every week, so be aware of that. And then our Easter sale just kicked off yesterday. So everything that is Easter is 20% off while supplies last. So, you know, not for long, but whatever's in that Easter category at the top of the page, if you want to, you know, stock up for next year or share it with a friend, you can do that. So let me show you some things that have come in. We didn't get a whole heck of a lot, but I want to share this with you. Our sweet, sweet friends over at Primrose Cottage Stitches just released more of their designs, Lindsay's, in her 9-patch series. So I just think these are adorable. This is July 9-patch. And of course, January is now out, January through September. But this is July. August, which kind of goes, carries on her bee theme that she's released at Expo. But they're so cute. That's August. And then last is her September 9-patch. And I just love that. It really gets me in the spirit to start stitching some fall items, but how fun. And then Fall on the Farm from Little House Needleworks. That is a series. This is part 5, just came out. It will be in the shop early next week, so you can grab it now. And this is called Falling Leaves. So this is part 5 of the Fall on the Farm series by Little House Needleworks. And then last week I showed you that Heart and Hand came out with Blooming Tiny Town. This is now available in the shop, and I told you I was ordering Patriotic Tiny Town, which now is here. Isn't that great? And then I also got in Christmas Tiny Town. So if you love her Tiny Town series, which I'm sure we all do, all 3 of those now are available for you. Then Country Cottage Needleworks. This is Mother Ginger in her series. This is Mother Ginger's Candy Store. And this is number 6 in the series. This also has shipped to the shop, so you can grab this now if you're stitching along with us. And that is so cute. I look at the little candy canes, a little gingerbread person. Okay, then Modern Folk Embroidery came out with a brand new sampler. It's called Hälsingland Blomor, I guess. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I wanted to show that to you. It is stunning. Brand new from Modern Folk Embroidery. And that is available. I just love that color. And of course you can stitch it in the call for color, or you can stitch this in any color that you'd like. And let me see what this is real quick. This is one color as charted, but I don't see what the color is. So let me see. It's just red thread on white linen, but he doesn't say. Oh, he says, I can highly recommend my favorite new floss company, Leo and Roxy Floss Company in Canada. Their Falu Red, F-A-L-U. Falu Red is an excellent choice to stitch this on. Isn't that beautiful? Then Calico Confectionary, I just love her. She came out with an old crow. I think he is so cute. So an old crow from Calico Confectionary. Doesn't all of this get you in the mood for stitching autumn? Oh, I know, it's terrible. And then I wanted to just show you this because I wasn't aware of this. So at the Needlework Market, Jeannette Douglas came out with Vintage Flowers 2, which is absolutely beautiful. And I know you've seen this before, but I thought to myself, what does Vintage Flowers 1 look like? So I went on and ordered Vintage Flowers 1, and this is beautiful. So I just wanted to show this to you, because if you love Vintage Flowers 2, you might really want to check this out. Beautiful colorway. So that is Vintage Flowers. Then we got in, this is random, but we got in Coffee Definitions Eternity by Ari. And I just love this. Isn't that neat? So if you're a coffee drinker like me, there you go. And then, last but not least, you know, Priscilla and Chelsea are our guest designers at our upcoming retreat, but I'm a big fan of theirs, you know, and I love this new series. So I wanted to show this to you, even if you've seen it before. We were out of a few of these, and now we have them all back in stock, so I just want to give you a refresh. Priscilla's designed this series. It's called Home is Where the Wreath Is. So this is chart 1. And basically what it is, it's a series where you stitch this first, and then she's releasing additional wreath swaps where this will swap out, okay? So this is wreath swap 1, all right? And you'll get all of these to stitch in this chart. So we have Home is Where the Wreath Is, which is your first design, and then you'll have wreath swap 1, and you'll stitch each of these, and you can switch them out. And Priscilla has a tutorial on her website that will show you how to, where to buy this board, which I'm sure is Hobby Lobby, and also how to use magnets and washers to magnetize the back of this, so it's very easy for you to switch those out every month. And then Wreath Swap 2 is just adorable. Here it is. And you can see you have Halloween and patriotic and Christmas, fall and autumn. Oh, fall is autumn. Autumn. But how fun is that? So that is Wreath Swap 2. So I just want to share that with you because I wasn't sure. I don't think I've ever showed it as an entire series. So there you go. Okay, what else do I have for you? Not much. Let's see, last week, okay, so if you're new to the channel, let me tell you this. So every week I pick, there's a YouTube random comment picker. I always have to think about how to say that. And I use that to randomly select winners that get a special gift from me and Anabellas. And it's based on a question that I pose. So I posed a question last week to viewers, which was FLOSSTUBE 65. And I asked, what is your favorite Easter tradition or your favorite Easter memory? So if you participated, thank you very much. Thank you for commenting. And the comment picker did pick the following people. In order to win, you have to be a subscriber to the channel. You have to have commented on the question posed. You have to claim your prize within 1 week. You have to be over 18 so I can ask for your mailing address. Okay, so last week's winners are Carla Haskell, Diane Evans, Roberson, Wendy Nickel, The Happy Stitcher, and 406 X Stitch. 406 X Stitch. So congratulations, ladies. Please send me an email to info@anabellas.net and I will get some happy mail right out to you. And this week's question is, I'm thinking about starting clubs up again, and we had some great success with them last year, and I kind of got busy at the beginning of this year and just didn't get to it. So let me ask you this. Would you like a floss club, a fabric club, or both? Okay, floss club or fabric club or both. All right, so answer that question for me and we will see what we will see. And I did forget to tell you, now that I mentioned the word fabric, I have sitting right here, we did get in some fabric. We got in some 28 count fabric from Witchell. We got in antique white. We got in cafe mocha. We got in lamb's wool. And we got in natural light. So those are the colors that have come in this week from Witchell on 28 count linen. And then we also got in a lot of 14 and 16 count, and maybe some 18 count. So whatever, if you're interested in checking out fabric, feel free to do so. That's all I have today. I certainly hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend ahead, that you get in a lot of stitching time or paper crafting time or quilting time, and that you get to do all the things you love with the people you love the most. I will see you here on Sunday for Cross Stitch School Lesson 3 or Tuesday for Tuesday Tidbits. If not, I will see you next Friday. And until then, be happy, be well, and most of all, be kind. Thanks so much. See you then.